Imagine a place where sleep is not a respite, but a curse. A quiet, forgotten village on the vast plains of Kazakhstan, where residents would suddenly, violently, fall into an impenetrable slumber. They could be walking, talking, or working, only to be instantaneously consumed by a deep, coma-like sleep. They would remain asleep for days, sometimes 6, sometimes even a week. They would wake up confused, terrified, and then they would fall asleep again. This is the mystery of Kalachi, the village that slept for 23 hours a day, and the scientific puzzle no one could solve. The trouble began subtly in the spring of 2013. The village of Kalachi, and its nearest neighbor, Krasnogorsk, was a typical post-Soviet settlement, home to just a few hundred people. The first cases were dismissed as isolated incidents. An elderly resident suddenly dropping into a deep sleep while tending his garden. A teenager passing out in class. But the cases kept coming, spreading rapidly and indiscriminately across the population. Soon, the affliction was inescapable. People were collapsing on the street, at home, even while driving tractors. The sleep was abnormal, not restful, but medically concerning. The sufferers couldn't be woken easily, and when they were, the nightmare only deepened. Over the next 3 years, more than 150 residents, nearly a quarter of the entire population, experienced this terrifying condition. The sleep was only the beginning. When victims finally awoke, they were overwhelmed by a battery of bizarre and debilitating symptoms. Severe, pounding headaches, nausea and dizziness that lasted for days. But most disturbing were the profound mental effects, complete memory loss, known as amnesia, and vivid, unsettling hallucinations. One person reported seeing snakes crawling out of their walls. Another swore they saw their mother morphing into a chicken. The symptoms were consistent, widespread, and pointed toward severe neurological damage. Doctors initially suspected a common virus, but blood tests, spinal fluid analysis, and brain scans returned confusing and often contradictory results. They were treating a disease with no name. The mystery led to a global investigation, drawing experts from Russia and Europe. Naturally, the immediate suspect was the massive, abandoned Soviet-era uranium mine just a few miles away in Krasnogorsk. Initial theories pointed toward radioactive gases or heavy metals seeping from the mine. However, exhaustive testing of the air, soil, and water repeatedly showed radiation levels were within safe limits. Attention then shifted to breathable contaminants. The leading scientific theory eventually focused on dangerously high, intermittent levels of carbon monoxide and other toxic hydrocarbons building up in the village. This gas, normally odorless and colorless, could have been leaking from the mine, displacing oxygen, and flooding the atmosphere during specific weather conditions, essentially suffocating the residents just enough to induce deep, traumatic sleep. But for the residents, the explanation was unsatisfying. Many suspected a cover-up. Why did the government move so slowly? Why did the sleeping sickness suddenly appear after the mine had been closed for decades? The whispers of mass psychosis, or even secret Soviet biological experiments, persisted, fueled by the government's eventual decision to fully evacuate and resettle the entire village, declaring Kalachi unfit for human life. Today, the village of Kalachi is a ghost town. Boarded-up houses stand as silent witnesses to the years of inexplicable sleep. The evacuation technically ended the outbreak, but the scientific community remains divided. The carbon monoxide theory is the most accepted, yet the bizarre and prolonged nature of the sleeping episodes, coupled with the strange hallucinations, has never been fully explained to the satisfaction of every expert. It remains a powerful testament to the fact that even in our modern age, there are medical mysteries that defy diagnosis, leaving fear and confusion in their wake. What do you believe was the true cause of the Kalachi sleeping sickness? Was it a simple gas leak or a forgotten consequence of the Soviet past? If you are intrigued by real-life medical puzzles, forgotten history, and strange phenomena, then hit the subscribe button now. Join us as we uncover the secret science still can't explain.